What's going on, everybody? So I got some fuel mileage updates. Had to do the math because in the middle of doing different videos and everything else, I sort of jumbled up which clip were for what video and had to go back and double check the math. But as you may or may not have seen in the first clip, we started at 209,000 miles on Monday. I filled up, and then we've done 2 loads, well, 2.5 loads before I filled up again. This one is, I don't know if you can see that, 40,772 pounds. That was to Shepherdsville, and then we deadheaded to Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is like 30 miles or something like that. Picked up a load out of Niagara, which was 41,000. And then the load we're on now was, I don't have the paperwork, that's up there, but that one is also 40,000 pounds. So that was, we did halfway back, and now we're back at Niagara again, picking up, going back up, but that's not in this calculation yet. So I haven't had a load under 40,000 pounds for this. It ended up being 677 miles before I filled back up. And that took, was 114 gallons, and that came out to 5.9 miles per gallon. And now that is with very minimal idling, running 71 north and south, so through some decent hills and everything else being pretty heavy. Sorry, we're shaking because we're getting loaded. The only time I've idled has been, you know, like checking in or out of a shipper receiver, going in maybe to get something out of the truck stop, but other than that, I haven't idled the truck. And at first I was like, man, like I'm gonna round that from 5.9, I'm gonna say 6 miles a gallon is not good. And that's also running 66 to 70 miles per hour with 40,000 pounds. So when you think about all of that, I'm like, okay, it's not so bad for the weight, the route, and the speed. So what I want to do now is, I don't know that you guys necessarily care a whole bunch about what I'm getting, but I want to come up with videos and stuff on how to save fuel and show the difference. So what I started to do after this fill up, and I wrote down where I started with miles. The miles started at 209,677 is where I started for this test. And what I want to do is do a couple of runs. Hopefully they're the same. They have been weight-wise, at least generally in that ballpark. And I want to cut the speed down to 62 to 63 mile an hour and keep it there, and keep, you know, the idling like we're using a generator right now to save fuel. So I want to keep all that stuff the same and see what the speed changes, how that affects everything else. And you know, from there maybe we'll do some other things to see how that affects it. Like I need to change the air filters probably on this bad boy, and it's coming due. We're on, I think, 10,000 miles, so we're getting close to an oil change. And I wanted to try a different oil, but it's a 5W40 instead of a 1540. Still a 40 weight oil, so don't freak out. But that way we could sort of see how these things affect fuel mileage, document it, and share it with everyone else, and so you guys can maybe implement it to yourselves and save some money. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let me know what you guys think down below. 6 miles per gallon based on what I told you. With this truck, you know, dry van, I don't have any of the little side skirts on the trailer or anything like that. No hood and scoop thing. I feel like that's pretty good, because I know when I pull lighter stuff, I'm pulling 7s. I've seen it, but I don't think that's what this needs to be about. I just want to be about showing an improvement or not an improvement and sharing that with everyone else. Specs on the truck as well: 13 speed, 24.5 tires, 6NZ cat motor with 355 rear ends. So we're going to slow the speed down a little bit and see how much that affects everything. If you guys are interested in seeing how that progresses, subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you guys think, what you guys are getting. I was getting 7.5 in the Freightliner Cascadia 2015. So it'll be interesting to see, because I think these get better fuel economy than we were told originally. So follow along, fellas, and I'll update you guys here soon with the next video. Stay safe. See ya.